Hey everyone, welcome to Mountain Beast Mysteries. Got a really interesting video for you guys today. One of my patrons, he sent me this link to a video that recently came out where a gentleman is pointing out in the new Jack Ryan TV show on Amazon Prime a potential Bigfoot creature lurking in the background in one of the shots. So I want to kind of go over that. I'm going to be entertaining the idea that it's a Sasquatch. I personally don't think it's a Sasquatch. It's highly unlikely, mainly because I'm pretty sure they filmed this part of the show in Morocco. I haven't heard of, any Bigfoot sightings or Bigfoot creatures from Morocco. Maybe there are weird sightings like that out there, but I personally am not familiar with them or have heard anything like that. Also, this is a huge film set. So there are going to be people, behind the camera, and not just behind the camera, but people like hiding wherever they can to stay out of the camera shots. I'm sure if there was a bunch of people in this area, they would have found something or would have seen this individual, and most likely this individual is, a crew member. But let's get into it here. So as you can see in the full shot here at regular speed, we have a vehicle pulling up, and we have this gentleman with the AK-47, and he's making his way around, and over his right shoulder, right now in the middle, there, you might have missed it. Let's go back here. He's moving around the vehicle, and just watch by the barrel of that AK. Right now, there's a dark set of legs making its way to the left of the frame. And that's about it. I mean, right there, that is not much to go off of. It's a set of dark legs in a shadowy area under these trees. Now, to claim that that's Bigfoot would be absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I said I'm entertaining the idea that it could be, and that's why I'm going over this. Just so this doesn't really blow out of proportion. I want you guys to realize that this probably isn't anything significant. I know that guy in the video was freaking out about this, and he he made it seem to be like it was a Bigfoot, but I'll have the link for that down below. If you guys want to see that video where this, idea or thought of this being Bigfoot came from, it is down below, so you can have a look at that. You can see the legs right there. It definitely is like a bipedal being walking to the left. There's no doubt about that. And I don't know how far away this actually is. Maybe a few hundred feet? A couple hundred feet? What we see here, they do look like long, skinny legs. But I wouldn't say that this is Bigfoot related at all. This is most likely a crew member. Also, I don't know how many cameras they were running at the same time, like if they just had a single camera setup, or I'm assuming they had multiple cameras set up and they would get multiple shots in one take. But to say that that's Bigfoot would be really pushing it. I'm suspicious of a lot of videos that are way clearer than this, where you see the full deal, the legs, the torso, the shoulders, the head. But I thought it would be a good idea to address this. It is interesting. It's a really good catch. If I was watching this show, I'm watching the series, but I haven't gotten this far, but there isn't no way. I probably wouldn't have picked that up watching it at regular speed on my TV. So good eyes on the gentleman who originally saw this, because it seems to have slipped by a lot of people. I think I'm the second person ever to make a video on this, so. But like I said, I think it's a person. I think it's a crew member. Could be even an extra, but most likely a crew member. We have to remember that there are so many people behind the camera and people hiding off screen that somebody must have seen this, And it's in Morocco. There aren't Bigfoot creatures, as far as I'm aware, in Morocco. This is North Africa. I mean, North Africa and Morocco, there are mountainous regions. Maybe they have something like the Yeti, I don't know. North Africa, Morocco. Morocco has one of the highest mountains in North Africa, I think. Jebel Toubkal, I think it's the highest mountain in North Africa. But like I said, haven't heard anything from those areas, so I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below about this clip. But anyway, speaking of Amazon Prime Video, I watched a movie today called Big Legend, I think it was called. And it's like a dramatic Bigfoot movie, but I was surprised it wasn't that bad. It was like tolerable. Most Bigfoot movies, like actual like feature films, are awful. They're terrible with terrible acting, terrible stories, terrible special effects. They're really bad, but this one was, I could actually get through it from start to finish. The story was it wasn't special, is what I'm going to say, at all. And it kind of took a weird Predator turn at the end. You know, like at the end of Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger, he goes kind of all tribal and he's like making spears and stuff like that. And that kind of happens in this movie, so it was kind of funny. But the Bigfoot creature didn't look that bad. It looked pretty good. They didn't really show it in absolute clarity, though. You know, they would kind of keep it out of focus or just out of frame, and you would kind of just see like small parts of it. But it was pretty good. I'm not saying it was amazing, like a great movie, but it was good for a Bigfoot movie. I could get through it, and it was tolerable. So check that out, Big Legend. One more thing I wanted to talk about is I recently had a request from Andy Morris, who's one of the subscribers here. He was asking what I thought of one of Sasquatch Ontario's videos, and it's an audio clip, basically, of, you know, I think it's Mike Patterson interacting with one of these Bigfoot creatures. And he has tons of videos on his channel of him having these interactions. They'll find lots of footprints. They'll find like handprints on their cars. They'll get gifts like weaved twigs and things of that nature. But the most prominent thing on his channel is definitely like the audio. It's very reminiscent of the Sierra sounds. But I don't really do critiques on like other people's Bigfoot channels, just because I don't want to cause any trouble or ruffle any feathers, and I usually just worry about myself. However, I know there was some drama that went on that channel between Mike Patterson and I believe one of the other gentlemen's, maybe the landowner, where that site is located. I know there was something that happened, but I didn't look too far into it. The audio definitely sounds interesting. It's very reminiscent, like I said, of the Sierra sounds. I can't say if it's real or not, but what I can tell you is I know another researcher who is kind of remaining in the shadows nowadays. She used to do work with like Les Stroud. She's been out at the Nordig area, the habituation site, like 4 or 5 years ago. And then kind of went into Sasquatch research hiding after some drama that went on. Anyways, she's a very trustworthy individual, and I believe her when she tells me like she actually went out to that location in recent years with Mike Patterson. And when I was talking to her last, she says like, I don't know if the videos are real or whatnot, but when I went there was definitely something out there in that area that I couldn't explain. There was things going on that I couldn't explain. That's what she said to me. And she believes that there are creatures in that spot. Now, that's all I can say. I can't say that, like, I don't think she heard the vocalizations or anything like that, so she can't confirm that, but she did feel like there was some weird stuff going on. And they could hear, not vocalizations, but they could hear a large creature, you know, moving around in the forest, and that's basically as far as that went. But I believe her, definitely. So, I don't know, I have a good feeling about it. And we also actually, at the Alberta Sasquatch Organization, just received an audio clip. We're trying to like track down where exactly it came from, but it's apparently somewhere here in Alberta that sounds very, very similar to Mike Patterson's audio recording. So I'm trying to figure out if somebody just kind of maybe stole a piece of his audio and sent it to us, or if it was actually recorded here. But I don't know. I'm not going to say if it's real or not because I have no idea, and I've never been there. I've never met Mike Patterson. I can just tell you what I know from another person's perspective who went out to that location with him. And she believes that there's something going on there. So, if you guys want to support the channel, check out the Patreon page. The link for that is down below. And also, if you want to leave a review for WILDMAN the Bigfoot Odyssey, go to the Amazon link down below and leave a review for that. That would really help the channel out a lot. I'd really appreciate that. Thanks for watching this episode of Mountain Beast Mysteries. We'll see you next time.